you want to be aware of, because it's not just something that you'll use with pull-offs. This is a very important left hand technique and left hand skill. Left hand muting, silencing the strings with fingers of your left hand. Now, with pull-offs, this is pretty easy, because if I wanted to do a pull-off on the second string and I wanted to make sure that I didn't sound the first string and get that ugly tension note there, the easiest way for me to do this, Andrew, is to do something which we normally try not to do, which is I'm going to tilt my finger, the finger that's holding the lower note, the one that I'm pulling off to, not the finger that's pulling off, that won't work. The other finger is going to tilt back like this, and it's going to muffle or mute the first string.
Okay.
You know, sometimes you do that when you're playing a chord and you get your fingers down, but somehow by accident you're not perfectly down, and you hit and you touch another string and you deaden the sound. Well, what we're doing now is we're doing that on purpose. Try it. So pick a fret, any fret. Good. No. So once again, you're not going to use the finger that's doing it. I'm going to be very specific. Let's do a pull off from the 6th fret to the 4th fret using fingers 1 and 3 on the 2nd string. The others. Okay, that was fine. Now you just did it exactly what I wanted. You did it on the 3rd string, but that's okay. By tilting your finger over, did you see what happened? You were able to you could get a nice strong pull, because because that string's not going to make a sound, and you don't have to worry about it. Now, there's a third way that you sometimes can also solve this problem. This is one that I don't do very often, but it's good to know about just in case. Sometimes you can actually have the finger that's doing the pull come straight down over the neck and land on the next string. Did you see that? It's hard to see, but you see how my finger is coming? And that also silences that string. Right, you really want to land, have that finger stop. That's the idea, yes.
Okay.
Good.
Oh, I get it. Okay.
Right, you see, yes. Now, so one of the things that you just discovered about that is that that's a little clunky. It's a little awkward, and it's usually a little slow. It would be hard to do a real fast, hammer pull combination if your finger had to land on the next string each time. But what it does have that makes it worth getting comfortable with is it does give you a very loud, strong pull-off. So, if you were doing a pull-off and you were doing it to a note that you wanted to ring for 4 counts or more, then that might be a good way to do it, because it will give you a very strong, powerful pull, and that gives you more sustain and the note will last longer. Most of the time, I use method number 2, the left-hand muting method. But every once in a while, one of the other methods works better,